We were on staff at a church when everything crumbled in our marriage. And so it was a huge risk for us to join a group therapy scenario because that would mean other people are going to see our mess. And what if there's someone else in the group who knows us or who knows someone who knows us from church? We faced a lot of fear and anxiety going into that very first EMS session. But there are so many benefits of group therapy that far outweigh the risk. One of the first things I felt was this solidarity of suffering. I don't know how many times I'd be in a group of people and think, I am the only person in this room who is dying on the inside. I felt alone so frequently. But in a group therapy environment, everyone in the room is as miserable as you are. And it's a huge relief. It's wonderful in a tragically broken sort of way that you know you are no longer alone. Another benefit for me was just help in processing my emotions. I was so emotionally constipated. I'd been stuffing and pretending and keeping all of that inside for so many years. Being in a group helped me discover and even define my own emotions. And I would hear another betrayed spouse share, and I would think, that's how I feel that way too. That's how I feel. And somehow they described what I still couldn't quite put into words. Listening to the other people in our group helped me own the reality of my own life. Another great thing about group therapy is I was no longer a crazy woman in my husband's eyes. He realized that my anger, my tears, my behavior, they were all within normal range. And I was simply responding the way people respond when betrayal has pulled the rug out from under them. It was so good for me too, because I remember thinking, maybe I am crazy. And I realized in that group, I'm not crazy, I'm just wounded. This is what wounded people act like. There was a couple in our group where the woman was the betrayer, and something really interesting, really powerful happened. I would listen to her share, watch her cry, and I felt this compassion welling up in my heart, maybe because she was another girl, but just felt this compassion for her and for the journey she had to walk as the betrayer. And somehow that translated to my husband. And I realized we are both reeling and we're both suffering. And I had this compassion that came out of my heart for his part of the journey we were walking. In his book, The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg talks about the benefit of the group dynamic in recovery. And we can willpower our way into short-term behavior modification, like human beings can do that. But truly sustainable life change happens in a group environment where you have this shared experience, you have empathy, you have accountability and support, and you really are able to move forward together. That group therapy is risky, but it's so worth the risk.